Welcome to Lecture 8 in the Shroud University series. This one concerns the Tibetan rainbow body phenomena. So, I thank you for tuning in. Shroud research is disappointing for several reasons, not the least of which is the failure to include the Tibetan rainbow body phenomenon in the scope of work. Recall, rainbow body is where the bodies of spiritually perfected people vanish from sight at death. And so, what we have in Shroud Inquiry is a study of a man who died 2,000 years ago and left no corpse behind, but ignores similar corpulence deaths that happened quite literally yesterday. What is rainbow body? Very few people outside the Tibetan Buddhist culture know, including the latest super guru, ChatGPT. When asked, Chat responds, "It is a concept wherein a physical body dissolves into light." This is wrong. First, it's not a concept. Concept is an abstract idea. Rainbow body is a fact. Second, the body does not dissolve into light. Light is a vibration in the Earth's electromagnetic field that is visible to the human eye. Rainbow body is a return of the tightly compacted energy that the body is to the primordial energy source it once was. It is where the M in Einstein's famous equation returns to E. E equal mc squared. Buddhist meditation master Khenpo A. Cho found rainbow body in August of 1998. Poof! His body vanished from sight. About 1 year later, a well-known, highly educated, highly regarded, ordained Roman Catholic priest named Father Francis Tiso made an on-site investigation of the passing. I learned of it later that year and have been infatuated ever since. Father's investigation led to a 2016 book in which he boldly claimed that rainbow body and Jesus' resurrection were the same phenomena. He writes, "What Christians claim for Jesus alone is shown to be possible to any serious yogin who follows the recipe offered by a still viable religious tradition." In other words, resurrection is the natural way the human body is designed to exit the planet. It is in this vein that the shroud must be evaluated, not against the backdrop of miracle. Shortly after releasing the book, Father Tiso went silent for reasons unknown. Being the seeker that I am, off to Tibet I went, self-appointed to carry the ball in Father's absence. It was a gamble, for I wasn't sure I could even find the site where realization took place. But my concerns were soon alleviated. Not only did I find it, I learned of 3 more incidents from eyewitnesses. Moreover, I found a school that teaches attainment. Can you believe it? Rainbow body realization is a teachable skill. It's a virtually unknown phenomenon in the West. It is universally accepted in the Tibetan monastic community. Khenpo A. Cho's passing took place in his dilapidated hermitage near the Nerang Limo Monastery in far eastern Tibet, and that's where he lived for the last 10 years of his life. The hermitage is now the centerpiece of a tribute memorial. The memorial consists of a white stupa, which contains some of his personal effects. There's a monument there, and the monument is inscribed with the words, Stupa of Rainbow Body Attainment of Great Realization, Khenpo Cho Rinpoche. And the shack, it's now weatherproofed. The shack where dissolution took place has 3 rooms. One is a bare bones kitchen. It's on one end. A bedroom is on the other, and the gathering room is in between. The Khenpo's bed is about the size of a Western twin bed. It's highly decorated, and it's difficult to make out. The site is saturated with holiness. Christian me, Tibetan Buddhist guide, and our Chinese atheist driver were all moved to prostrate before the bed. During my investigation, I was fortunate enough to meet Lama Lobsang Nindrak. Nindrak was the Khenpo's attendant for 21 years. The Lama wrote the Khenpo's biography, and he gave me a copy. I had to translate it into English. It was in Tibetan and Chinese. The Khenpo was selflessness in the flesh. He took a parental responsibility for everyone he met, often gave away his food, then begged for his own needs. The Lama told me the Khenpo was known to strip to the waist and offer his body to mosquitoes, thinking they needed more blood. He was committed to transmitting the Buddha's teachings, traveling at night as necessary to avoid detection by the anti-religious Chinese. And he wasn't much for idle talk. No time for chit-chat, he would say. His body dissolution took place gradually and progressively over a 7-day period. There was a typical rainbow light emission, but according to Nindrak, it could only be seen from a distance. There was also the soft sound of music that seemed to come from the roof of the hermitage. Now, Westerners would probably explain the music as angelic voices welcoming a spiritual soul home. More likely, the energy released in the dissolution process disturbed the air in the room in a way that the senses picked up on as music to the ear. According to the Lama, a few days after the body disappeared, the Khenpo was seen circumambulating his hermitage. The death was investigated by the police and declared authentic. It was also reported in newspapers. I wanted to retrieve an article from the archives, but my guide thought better of it. The Chinese are suspicious of snoopers, especially the religious types. So there are many more rainbow body events to report, but in the interest of brevity, I refer you to my website, www.jthomasdevins.com, or my 2020 book, Christianity's Dirty Little Secrets. The book gets its title because the Catholic Church knows full well of the rainbow body phenomenon and that it challenges foundational resurrection doctrine. In addition, the physical proof that it does is found in Shroud of Turin research. His crucified corpse radiated away rainbow body style. I have one other slide to show you. Unfortunately, I know almost nothing about the monk adept. My Tibetan guide sent the photos to me after I had returned from Tibet. The COVID pandemic prevented my return to investigate, and at my age, I doubt I will pass that way again. I am comfortable, however, that the photos are authentic because I trust the guide. Here's what we can say with confidence. Rainbow body is real and it has nothing to do with God or religion. It speaks to the power of the properly conditioned mind to bring about biological change. It is truly tragic that Shroud of Turin researchers can't see the rainbow body. Locked up in inapplicable science, while constrained by religious doctrine that is shown to be false, its true message is lost. As spectacular as it is for a human body to vanish from sight, the spectacularness is far exceeded by the methods that are used to make it happen. That, of course, is where the Gospel of Thomas connects with the Shroud of Turin, resurrection. Thank you for tuning in to this lecture. If you found it helpful, I would appreciate you hitting the subscribe and like buttons. So for now, I'll catch you at the next lecture.